Good pasa YouTube. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully y'all are having a good Friday today, and hopefully everybody had a good turkey day yesterday. For those of you who do celebrate it, hopefully y'all did enjoy your time with your family and probably got some good deals on Black Friday. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to show off your support, hit that like button down below, and answer the comment question of the day. And as you guys can see by the team preview, this is going to be an Ubers battle against my good friend WMAR. And I'm so excited, man. I've been wanting to do an Ubers battle since like the release of Ultra Sun and Moon because I want to use the new Necrozma forms, and finally I got for you guys an Ubers battle. So little backstory behind this team. Originally it was supposed to have an Arceus Fairy over a Celesteela, but for some reason I couldn't get my Arceus Fairy to go through, and then like so many other things went wrong with some of the sets on this team, and I'll point them out as they come up. So luckily my Yveltal set was correct. This is Choice Scarf Yveltal, so I'm going to be leading off with it, as he's actually going to be leading off with the Mega Deontay. And I'm going to decide just to go for the U-turn because I really don't have any move to do any damage to the Deontay. I apologize if there's a little bit of lag on this battle. I think I know what was wrong. It's got to do something with one of my PC settings, so I should be able to fix that for the next upload. But I think my recent couple battles have been non-laggy. So yeah, again, apologize if this does lag a little bit. So I end up switching here, or U-turning into my Primal Groudon, expecting him to just want to go for his Stealth Rocks turn 1, as he does end up doing so. So I thought that this was a Stealth Rock Primal Groudon until I brought it in. Turns out that I'm actually a Double Dance Primal Groudon, and I'm gonna decide to go for the Swords Dance here, thinking that he would actually want to switch out potentially into his Ho-Oh, expecting me to go for my own Stealth Rocks, expecting him to switch out or just go for a Precipice Blade in general. But he ends up going for the Substitute, and that kind of threw me off a little bit because now I have to take 2 potential hits from this thing. And considering that I do have to take 2 hits from this Deontay behind the sub, I decided I might as well go for a Rock Polish, because after getting up to +2, I'll outspeed him the next turn, and if he doesn't knock me out, I'll be at +2 attack, +2 speed. Now, then again, there is a chance that he may have the Sucker Punch on his Yveltal. Either way though, I should be able to at least knock out this Mega Deontay or knock out something else that he may try to switch in against me. So I will be able to luckily take the second Power Gem, and what this allows me to do is get a clean KO on the Mega Deontay. However though, he can easily just bring in the Yveltal and knock me out with the Sucker Punch, but he actually ends up bringing in the Ho-Oh because he is not aware that I actually do have the Stone Edge on this Double Dance set. He thought that my final move was going to be Fire Punch, but no, I am Stone Edge, and I get a crit, and that absolutely just murders Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh actually would have been a giant issue for me to try and switch into with this team, so getting rid of that was very huge for me. As in comes the Primal Kyogre. If this is a max defense, max HP Primal Kyogre, I only have a small chance to OHKO him with a +2 Adamant Precipice Blade, but me being the foolish idiot that I am, ends up misclicking on Stone Edge, and then it turns out that he's not even physically defensive because that Stone Edge did like 99% to him. So if I had hit the Precipice Blade there, or if I didn't misclick, I would have been able to probably just sweep with my Primal Groudon. So yeah, that does kind of suck, but things aren't entirely too bad for me in this battle, as I will be able to bring in my Necrozma here, and I will be able to safely Mega Evolve. Well, not Mega Evolve, sorry, I think it's Ultra Burst, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really have to Ultra Burst here, like I could have just stayed in my regular form if I wanted to, but I just really want to use Ultra Necrozma, man. This thing looks so cool. I wish the shiny was legal, dude. I would love to use shiny Necrozma on Wi-Fi. Like, it looks so awesome. I love the design. I don't know about you guys, but it just looks so amazing to me. So in comes the Yveltal. There's a chance that this Yveltal could possibly be a Scarfed variant, so I don't want to stay in and take a Dark Pulse, Foul Play, or just anything along those lines in general. Plus, I don't have a super effective move to hit the Yveltal with anyways, so I'm going to switch directly into my own Yveltal because it's realistically my only switch into a Dark Pulse if he does end up turning out to be max special attack, but he ends up going for the Foul Play and does practically no damage to me, so that has me thinking maybe this is more defensive. or something along those lines, as I predicted him to want to switch into the Magearna, fearing me going for an Oblivion Wing. He does make a good play though, stays in, expecting me to overpredict and U-turn, and now he's going to be able to catch whatever I come in with a Toxic, except for my Celesteela. So I guess this is where me having Celesteela actually kind of helped me out, because if I was Arceus Fairy and I switched it into that Toxic, that actually would have been really bad for me. But because I am Celesteela, I am a Steel type, I do not get affected by poison type moves unless you're Salazzle, so I will be able to then go for the Leech Seed this following turn. I know I said I wouldn't use this set again in a Wi-Fi battle, but again, this should have been an Arceus Fairy. Like, I only had the Celesteela around, and it was my only other Pokemon that does decently in Ubers that I had currently in my Ultra Sun and Moon. So yeah, I apologize, guys, but it's not as bad as like the previous battle I uploaded with it. So trust me. So he's gonna switch out here directly into his Liger Zero, the Necrozma Dusk main, I think it's called, if I'm not mistaken. The other form that I had on my team was Dawn Wing, I think, or I always get the Dusk and the Dawn mixed up between the two forms. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, he ends up bringing in the Soul Galio here, and he's gonna Ultra Burst himself into Ultra Necrozma as well, and he's gonna end up having the Swords Dance, and that is not something that I saw coming. This is actually a little bit scary, because this means that he's going to be able to hit me with a +2 Z move potentially, and my Celesteela with his Ho-Oh gone can pretty much 1v1 the remainder of his team if it really comes down to it. So there is no way I can leave in Celesteela here, or even go for the Protect for that matter, to take a huge hit. So I'm going to decide just to sack off my Yveltal or hard switch it in on the off chance that he did go straight for the Photon Geyser. But funny enough, WMAR actually ends up going for the Z move, and this is really good for me because obviously my Yveltal is a Dark type, so I will not be affected by this. So in a sense, I was able to just completely waste his Z move there, as this will allow me the following turn to go for a Dark Pulse to either knock out this Necrozma, or I could safely go for the U-turn. Although I was a little bit iffy on whether or not U-turn would knock him out, I still decided to U-turn anyways, because in the long run it's still by far my best play. Plus I can potentially sack something off to this Necrozma if it really comes down to it. If he had lived that U-turn, as he does end up bringing in the Magearna, I can U-turn into my own Ultra Necrozma here, and I do luckily have the Earth Power on this Necrozma set, because it is a Morning Sun specially offensive set, as I'm actually going to decide to go for my own Z move here. And I was a little bit scared that he would try to switch into his own Yveltal as well. Luckily though he didn't, and he did end up leaving in the Magearna here. And can I just say, this animation is purely amazing. This man's Ultra Necrozma literally just shoots a Spirit Bomb at the opposing Pokemon. This thing is going to just absolutely destroy anything, as this Magearna has nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I'm going to hurl this at him and hopefully do a solid amount of damage. Unfortunately though, it doesn't do too much. Like, it still did a solid like 35-ish%, so I can't really be mad at that, as she's going to go for a Floral Cannon. I'm pretty sure that he would have lived in Earth Power anyways, considering that Magearna are typically specially defensive in this tier. So he does unfortunately end up knocking me out with the Floral Cannon, but that's fine. I just really wanted to use Ultra Necrozma and use its Z move. It looks so amazing, dude. I love that. That's easily like top 5, top 3 animations in Ultra Sun and Moon for moves. So I'm gonna bring in my Marshadow here. Unfortunately, this Marshadow is also incorrect. This was actually a Marshadium Z Marshadow, and if I was Life Orb, this close combat actually would have been able to knock him out. So yeah, the Magearna is able to just barely live and is going to be able to knock me out with the Floral Cannon. That is not too bad though, because again, I do still have Celesteela in the back, although I don't really want to necessarily rely on that. It's still just a good crutch for me to lean on if it really comes down to it in this battle. So it does suck the Magearna did live, but I should be able to revenge kill it here with my Giratina, right? No, this Giratina is also incorrect, because for some reason the EVs got all mixed up, and then even the moves got mixed up, and then it lives the Shadow Sneak on like 1 HP, but he ended up misclicking on the Heart Swap, and now I can knock him out next turn with another Shadow Sneak. So yeah, this battle, man, this battle was just so crazy, dude. Like, it was more of a fun battle, obviously, like nothing too serious, but The fact that I misclicked earlier and then he ended up misclicking here is just kind of funny to me. So I'm able to knock out the Magearna as in comes the Yveltal. Realistically, I don't need my Giratina at this point, so I'm just going to leave it in here for Death Fodder as he actually ends up going for the Foul Play. And because he is actually a defensive set, and this Giratina, I believe, does correctly have max HP, if anything is correct on the set, I'm going to be able to live the hit and then Dragon Tail him out. I do end up getting a crit there, although I'm pretty sure that crit does not matter whatsoever as I Dragon Tail him into the Ultra Necrozma. This is where having Shadow Seek is going to come in handy because I will be able to knock him out with that move. And at this point, his final Pokemon is going to be this Yveltal, which should not be able to beat my Celesteela 1v1 if it comes down to it, because unless I get really unlucky and he dodges Toxic and Leech Seed after Leech Seed and he crits me or something and he just like roosts, there's no way that this Yveltal should be able to beat my Celesteela. So he's going to knock me out here with the Foul Play as I do practically no damage with the shot. I think I actually did do no damage considering that he got leftovers back. So I think I just did like 1 point under leftovers as I'm going to be able to bring in a big old Bertha here. And at this point, the match is basically over. So I'm just going to really speed this last portion up because it's me kind of being a little bit, I want to say it's me being a dick, but it's me doing what I need to do in order to win the battle. Like, yeah, it's kind of lame, and again, I know I said I wouldn't be using this set, but this should have been an Arceus Fairy, and if it was Arceus Fairy, I could have just Judgmented him and knocked him out and then won with Arceus Fairy, but no, this is kind of what it kind of has to come down to. So yeah, I'll probably just speed this up even more in Premiere after I finish narrating it. But I think I did actually end up missing a Leech Seed there, and then he comes very, very close to actually being able to knock me out. Honestly, I could have played this a little bit better. Like, I could have easily protected every other turn if I really wanted to do that, and then I should have probably gone for the Leech Seed before I went for the Toxic anyways. But if I'd missed that Leech Seed too, I guess it really wouldn't have mattered too much. But either way though, I will be able to pull out the victory here with a 2-0 in my favor. So good game to my homie WMAR. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the very fun, kind of confusing, hectic battle here. And if you did, make sure to show off your support. Hit that like button down below and answer the comment question of the day. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all tomorrow on Saturday with another battle most likely. So thank you all for watching, guys. Later, everybody.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks, yeah.